Nice to see you, Savannah. I've decided to use e-commerce as a student project because artists, illustrators and designers of all types do a great deal of their business on e-commerce platforms and online in general. So it's only natural, really, that we should be teaching this kind of approach at undergraduate level. Good question. The value of undertaking an e-commerce project here at Unitec is that the students not only get to understand how all the different parts of a viable business come together, but they have to work in teams to make all of that happen. And so there's all that negotiation and communication that has to happen between the different parts. And that's an absolutely fascinating piece of learning. Now, I'm not aware of that many other organisations or institutions doing something like this. I've seen like a gallery shop at a university in Singapore and something similar in America, but having that e-commerce platform, I haven't ever seen it anywhere in the world. So who knows? It might well be a first here in New Zealand, but also in the wider world. It's important for students to learn this, as I said, because it's a very relevant part of being a creative professional these days. But it also helps creative professionals tie into all these other emerging areas of online business or activity, including AdWords and search engine optimization on one hand, and making sure that any of your creative work, images or designed artifacts, get prepared properly for life in an online environment, whether that's for marketing and blogging or for other forms of promotion and distribution. Interesting question. Many departments, now that we've started the e-commerce here in art and design, are interested in how they can collaborate with us. So computing are wondering whether they can maybe build us a new site from scratch, and the marketing part of the business degree, they're looking at how they can work in with us to do further digital marketing and promotion activities. And I think beyond that, there's a huge scope for how does an institution and its staff and students bring their objects and images, but also their services to the market. So I think we'll see a lot of further engagement with this down the track. Well, the learning outcome really is a part of a number of things I just mentioned. You know, being a relevant practitioner in today's world, understanding how the different parts of a business come together, working in teams, and then having a context for all these other forms of online or digital activity, which we'll all inevitably have to be doing sooner or later if you're not already doing it. So those are the key learning outcomes. And I think the other one would probably be that kind of entrepreneurial aspect. Because we're starting an e-commerce platform from scratch, it's effectively it's a startup. And so many creatives have to, in a sense, find their own way in the world. They're freelancers, they're contractors, or they make stuff, screen prints, crafted objects, and they have to bring them to market. So yeah, it's effectively a crash course in being a startup entrepreneur. Well, what's unique about this project is that very seldom does an institution, educational organisation, give its students the license to go out there and try and make a fist of being a viable commercial or enterprising business. And that's really what's quite unique or special about this activity. That we are, in a sense, backing our students to give it a try. Yeah, interesting. I mean, this project will grow because of, I guess, other departments getting involved, but also over time, our art and design students will learn more about how they bring their creative work to the market and how to promote and distribute it. But also, I guess the flip side of that is they may well start creating artworks and design works that particularly target parts of the market. So they'll not just create and try to sell, but they'll look at what might sell and create for that. That's an interesting kind of two ways around the same story. What else would I like to say? I think it's exciting that that Unitec's backing an initiative like this. It shows a bit of courage on their part, and that the students are so kind of excited about it means that it's really something that they value and they see in a sense good learning and possibly profit in it. And I think finally, I'd like to say that if anyone's visiting the site, they should probably come back again in about a month or two, because this is an experimental thing, and so every time you come back, it will probably have a different look, a different feel. There will be different objects and artworks available on the site, so it'll never be the same twice.